Let's now cross over to the China warm-up. Han Xu, I think she's the one everyone's sort of talking about. She's put her name up for MVP already just with the 17 points. What can they do to win this game today?
Well, I think that the first thing to say, it was a great performance. They were so efficient. They started really well, which gave them some confidence. Reed was good yesterday, both ends.
Double-double for her, 14 points, 11 rebounds, but China get themselves going through Pan. And then Pan will hope for back-to-back buckets here. Instead, dishes it out to Young, the captain, with the three. Mong Li now for China. Oh, great little feed to Han. And the crowd show their appreciation. McGoldrick spinning around Mong Li. That's a clever move.
Mate, doing what their reason. That's the great thing about national team. Everyone can play.
Pan can play as well. Stockel provides some help. Ledger Walker up against Hard. Bounce pass into Dalton. Fantastic move.
Floor, who didn't play yesterday, look a little bit gassed. They've had to work so hard to start this well.
Pan has to work hard as well, but she makes it look easy somehow. As always. Wang just finds a lane and makes full use of it. Here she is on cue. Gets it to Beck, checks her feet, pulls up and drains it. To Young. Hard pulls up for a log two. And Gal's right there to pop it in. They're not finding an easy way in, New Zealand. McGoldrick has to pull up from long range. And it's a good idea because the number three hits the three. Tries to get around Hard. Bounce pass into Dalton. Couldn't finish it off. And now China can have the last say on this first period through Young. And there's Zhang. That is why they are so good, China. Good see defended by Grace Hunter on for her first minutes of the Asia Cup. Han. Yuan Li. Nice bit of footwork. Crystal Ledger Walker. Spinning around Lee. Beck finds herself in the corner, wanted to go in a bit further, but confronted by Hard, so Ledger Walker pulled the trigger.
Wow.
Hunter. Charlize Ledger Walker. Makes it look so easy.
That really is her game. That little gap between the defense and the help. She does such a great job at exploiting it.
And there's a connection for Hard.
Still so impressed with the way they've approached the game.
So Stockel staying out there despite 3 fouls, and Luo wants a three of her own. Penina Davidson as well, she's in the full tracksuit. She was their dominant force yesterday with a double-double against Korea, the full 40 minutes.
Oh.
And then Tamilo again sends it back to New Zealand with that swat. Young. Lee. Into Gao. Finds herself some space and a basket to go with it. Yuan Li. Yu Tug. Yes, please. Could give China some more momentum heading into halftime. Although Beck, we know what a defensive machine she is, and she goes to work on the offensive end, and that's a much-needed basket for New Zealand. Young. Good rebound there. Back out to Wang, and that's a great start.
She could have gone to the wing and changed the angle. We're going to get a replay of the open three and
gets her own rebound. That's impressive. McGoldrick, the leading point scorer for New Zealand, adds another three to her tally. And Tamilo in the middle of it all there too. Here's McGoldrick with that sweet shot.
Same scenario, loose ball, couldn't close out quick enough.
Han now pulls up for a three of her own. Shu Han from downtown. Been so impressive defensively, hasn't quite fired offensively. Mong Li though, she absolutely has fired and somehow gets a pass away to Wang. Ledger Walker pushes off Young. Shoots over the top of Han and makes it count. Mong Li for three. Han was there to rescue it. Couldn't get over the top of Tamilo, but the second time round she did. Tamilo wanted Dalton on the run. Instead, just lost the ball. And Young's got an open look at the basket on the other end.
Tamilo might need to spend some time getting herself together again.
Young on the opposite end. Lee. Pan. Drains it. Mong Lee. Off and running. She wants a piece of this party. And gives Ledger Walker a little stare down as she goes. And that 2-point field goal percentage keeps dropping. Mong Lee for back-to-back buckets. Scoops it in. And Ledger Walker loses it. Shot clock goes off. That's a disastrous offensive play, really, for New Zealand. There's no urgency. And Mong Lee at the opposite end. She is on fire. Where's Mong Lee? Instead shares it with Han, who gets in on the act, a double-double. Beck. Getting around Mong Lee and scooping it in, Stella Beck. They want to use up all the 12 seconds on the shot clock. But Lee pulls the trigger because she's found some space.
And now they've been asked to make wide open shots, which they didn't have the opportunity to do in that first half. And the way that Mong Lee has just taken over in terms of her physical presence on the floor is impressive to watch.
Ledger Walker can't convert the three. Beck's there again. And
Nice
you just
move.
can't fault the commitment of Stella Beck.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I tell you what, the commitment of Wan Lee's equally as good because Tung has another basket. Han sets, instead drives in herself with a bit of speed for the big girl. Shining light with 9 points, 5 rebounds for New Zealand. Hunter for three, that's better. Into Pan, and now Han once again. Gets it back. Into Tamilo, that's a great find by Stella Beck, and great to see Tamilo on the board. Kicks it out to Young, and Dalton, active hands, wants to keep it in so desperately, reverses it in.
Whatever she does, she's always in contributing. She's in passing lanes. She's the player getting back.
And speaking of getting back, there's Wan Lee. Hunter.
And you also said, you know, the team are in it. So the team are giving them that confidence, and they're up for it, and all that inspirational stuff is from within the group.
Gets it back. She's got Dalton to contend with. Shot clock down to 1 for China. They get the rebound through Young. One more to come. Young. Zhang. A great move. Just fought her way through the defense. Stockill. Shot clock down to 1. Dalton puts up the shot and banks it in. Maybe try for one more bucket this game. Hunter. A nice three to end things for New Zealand. But the story is all China's.